Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth, all aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogalia Bikele Mafuru.
Keep up with innovative, revealing, and groundbreaking happenings in the world of brands and brand builders in Nigeria and across the globe. Mingle with people and brands that make the cut and the personalities that keep reinventing the trends and traditions in the marketing world. All an exciting one-stop shop for marketing vibes. Marketing Edge on TV. You are always right on time with the right people and movers and shakers of the world of marketing as they share their views and ideas on the business and challenges of advertising, corporate affairs, media strategy, and the unfolding exciting world of digital marketing. Join the trendsetters and key decision makers as they shape opinions and project into the future of the marketing landscape for 30 exhilarating minutes on this channel. Stay ahead, be thrilled to beat, be marketing savvy with Marketing Edge on TV. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is Brand News, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of marketing, advertising, and communication in Nigeria and around the globe. Now on Brand News.
A round of applause for CMC Connect Perception Managers at 30.
Leading perception management firm CMC Connect has announced plans to transfuse from a limited liability company to a limited partnership organization and rebrand its identity come 1st January 2023 as part of efforts to reposition the company for continued growth. Speaking during the flag-off ceremony and unveiling of the company's motif for its 30th anniversary in Lagos, the group managing director of CMC Connect, Yomibadejo Ogunsanya, revealed that the company will be embarking on some internal restructuring that will be centered around ownership and leadership, which aims to facilitate continuity, effective governance, and growth. According to him, the restructuring plans is in line with the vision to build an institution rather than a company that will stand the test of time and become an enduring legacy for new crops of public relations practitioners who will take up the mantle of leadership in the future and generations to come.
It started with a dream in a three-bedroom flat off Twain Street in the early 19th to build a public relations practice that will offer incisive solution-driven services to a growing clientele in the then emerging concept of integrated marketing communication. Even though forged in the fire of turbulent post-June 12 election crisis, the visionaries of the company had made up their minds not just to build a company, but rather to build an institution. A company is, if you are lucky, dies after the founder, because most companies die before the founder. But an institution is built and designed to last for generations. And that is the vision we have at CMC Connect. This particular intent drove several strategic decisions made in the trajectory of the company. And significant among that decision was the option to be a small fish in a big ocean rather than a big fish in a small ocean.
It noted that this strategic repositioning will enable retired practitioners to reignite their passions for the profession by reintegrating them into the fold as worthy workforce with rewarding benefits. To further hamper on the need for ethical standard and responsible journalism, the Catholic Diocese of Abeokuta has urged practitioners to perform the roles as fourth estate of the realm by being objective and empathic. Speaking during an event to commemorate World Communication Day held at the Church Cathedral in Abeokuta, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Abeokuta, Most Reverend Peter Lukaide Adetoyibo, who spoke on the theme Listening with the Ear of the Heart, admonished practitioners in media and communication industry to be guided by the principles of the profession.
Celebrating you as professionals. And Holy Father, writing every year on this day to all of us, to the whole world, is to remind everyone, more importantly, church ministers and communicators, the essence and the importance of promoting the means of social communication and the life of all media men and women. Thank you for celebrating yourself and the church telling you you are important to the church, you are important to God, you are important to the society, you are important to humanity, and more importantly, you are important to Nigeria at this period.
Founder of Center for Value in Leadership, Patutomi, who was the guest speaker at the symposium, spoke on journalism of empathy in a troubled nation and urged media practitioners to be empathic in reporting but not compromise on objectivity and fairness.
Information gets sifted by opinion leaders, and action that is taken is a function of this filtration process. And so we've gone through several iterations of that research history. And people came to a conclusion at some point that what the media does that is probably more important is because millions of things happen every day and the world cannot focus attention on all of them. The things that the media focus attention on become the ones that society really does engage. This is called the agenda setting function of the media.
The global theme for this year's World Communication Day is listening with the ear of the heart. And here at CAMPA, Catholic Media Practitioners Association of Abeokuta Diocese, we adopted a sub-theme which is journalism of a party in a troubled nation. What this is saying is that we as media men, journalists, we should be able to, in our different areas in terms of communication, we should be more sympathetic, patriotic journalism, so to say. That's what it's preaching, and developmental journalism. And when we see things that can affect and disrupt the Nigerian social system, we should try and maintain some balance in our reporting and also be guided by patriotic spirit.
In response to the continuous increase in living costs in the country, Domino's Pizza Nigeria has redefined affordable enjoyment with the launch of the everyday value range pizzas for just 2,500 naira to help customers afford their weekly pizza fix. The new pizza range is available across all Domino's Pizza branches nationwide for just 2,500 naira, and you can get it in 7 new flavors. It is a new size of pizzas in 7 exciting flavors, namely cheese, fairy chick, chicken pie, fairy beef, meatball, plantain suya, and smoky sausage. You can enjoy any of these new flavors across any Domino's outlet today. Recall that Domino's Pizza Nigeria just recently launched the 20 minutes delivery time guarantee, and now they have redefined affordable enjoyment with the launch of their new everyday pizza range. To drive business sustainability and growth in the marketing ecosystem, the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, NIMN, has reiterated its commitment to a rather paradigm shift in the industry through strategic efforts to optimize efficiency and improve value delivery. President of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, Mr. Idoriang Enang, who made this declaration during a media party today in Lagos, charged practitioners of the integrated marketing communications industry as well as other stakeholders to leverage the forthcoming marketing conference built to hold on the 16th of June to acquire knowledge on strategic business management and sustainability. According to him, the competitive business environment exacerbated by the pandemic has made it mandatory for businesses to rethink strategy and achievable through disruptive ideation and technological utilization. The marketing conference will have industry heads and corporate icons who have demonstrated deep understanding of technology and driving efficiency and sustainability as facilitators. With our brand news, Nest is brand in focus after this break.
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make it calm down. If the farm say it's happy, you want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on Brand in Focus. Amid the deluge of rapid development, particularly a fast-moving wave of global legislation aimed at protecting consumer data and identity, marketers stand on the precipice of tectonic change. And how they respond will set the blueprint for growth. As brands grapple with how to replace personal data they have relied on as a mainstay with new, untested strategies, experts worry that the advertising industry may be entering a post-identity age where user data, first-party or otherwise, becomes less important. A look at the bigger picture becomes all the more urgent when the huge growth trends driving the digital ecosystem are examined. Globally, it is predicted that digital media will account for $442 billion of ad dollars in 2022, jumping 31%. With the demise of third-party cookies on the horizon, contextual targeting is becoming a critical tool for advertisers looking to reach relevant audience within premium video environments. Contextual video advertising provides everything that outdated behavioral methods cannot, helping brands to connect with audience at scale and optimizing content in a meaningful, privacy-friendly way. It is a very intuitive model for bringing together online content and ads at the right time and at the right place so that users are in the mood for messaging that's presented. With our branding focus, Nest is industry conversation where we have interactions with men and women who have made great impact in the strategic positioning and promotion of brands. This week, we'll be speaking with the head of corporate communications, NESTLE Nigeria, after this break. Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV, where we have interactions with distinguished personalities who have made tremendous impact in the business of brand management. Well, today we have with us the head of corporate communications, Nestle Nigeria, Victoria UWADOKA. So pleased to have you with us on Industry Conversation.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
Pleasure is all mine. Victoria UWADOKA is a public relations and communications professional with over 20 years experience. She's skilled in corporate communications, media relationship management, stakeholders engagement, and marketing communications. Her career spans various industries, including entertainment, beauty, and healthcare. So pleased to have you again. You're welcome to Industry Conversation.
Thank you very much.
Well, what are the challenges in the FMCG space, and how have you been able to navigate these challenges as one of the leading companies operating in this segment of the market?
Thank you very much for that question. That's a very good question. And I do not think that the challenges that we face in the business environment today are peculiar to the food and beverages subsector of the economy. I think it's something that everybody has to deal with. It was exacerbated by the COVID-19 crisis and even made worse today by the war in Ukraine. And that is the problem with the supply chain. So more and more we're witnessing challenges with the supply chain, with the congestion of the ports, the time it takes to bring in the raw materials that are needed to manufacture. And incidentally, that is also impacting even the raw materials that are sourced locally, because prices are really going up very exponentially. And that's something we all have to deal with. Yes, in the business environment, there's a problem of infrastructure, there's a problem with access to the raw materials, access to skilled staff. So it's a problem that we all deal with in the business environment. And as players within this market, we all need to find a way to navigate around these challenges and still keep our businesses profitable. Yes.
As an innovative company that's constantly seeking ways to excite your consumers, what is Nestle Nigeria doing in terms of improving on its product offerings this year?
So our product innovation is a constantly evolving process for us. So we're always checking what the consumer needs, how the consumer is interacting with the products that we have out there in the market, their experience with it, and if it's meeting their nutritional needs. So our innovation and renovation of products is really a constant. So right now, yes, we're working on some products. There are things that I cannot reveal to you right now. So you wait, and I'm sure you'll be one of the first to find out when the new offerings are in the market.
Okay. So Nestle Nigeria is committed to, empowering families, individuals, and communities. And you came up with an initiative, with Women in Focus, which is Nestle Empowering Rural Women in Nigeria. Can you tell us how far with this initiative, the impact so far?
So the Nestle Empowering Rural Women project is something that was developed within our company to ensure that we make a contribution in a very significant way to women who are already a part of our value chain. So for us, we looked at these women who are at the bottom of the pyramid, and sometimes the challenges with expanding their business is actually access to finance and then the know-how to drive their businesses. And so we decided that what we wanted to do was to empower them, not just with a grant or with products, but also train them so they're able to leverage the opportunity that the trainings and the grants will provide to grow their businesses. Now, we know that women are challenged in so many different ways: access to finance, access to land, where it has to be in agriculture, and all of that. But more and more, organizations like ours are giving opportunities to women to actually scale up and maximize their potential in the business environment, and especially women who are already enterprising. So these are women who already are distributing or retailing Nestle products. And so we took them on, and we're scaling up their businesses, working side by side with our implementation partner and with the women themselves.
Okay, what kind of training and mentorship is available to these beneficiaries?
So they get trainings on marketing, including merchandising, customer relationship management. They also get training on bookkeeping, which is very critical. We find that there are things that we take for granted that people know, but we find that that's a key challenge, and so we train them on bookkeeping as well. And we also train them on basic business management principles, which include, how do you staff, how do you position, how do you conduct your market research, how do you ensure that you're turning over your profits in a way that helps you to actually grow it and to make it more productive. So these are some of the trainings that they take part in. But we don't only train them and leave them alone. We train them and then we offer them a mentorship, one-on-one coaching for 3 months to ensure that they're able to leverage the knowledge that they've gained during this training to actually scale up their businesses. So we found that that works. As you may know, we piloted this in August last year in Abuja, the areas around the Federal Capital Territory. And the pilot showed us where there were some gaps, of course, and we learned from that to now launch the program in the Southwest. I think it was in Osogbo town that we launched it, bringing women together from different areas around there to train them as well. And what we found is that as the mentors work with them, some who are not able to really leverage the training that they've received, some who have some challenges, maybe with stocking, maybe with getting the product on time and all of that. We're there working side by side with them to ensure that any challenges they have are addressed very easily. and also helping to build a relationship with our sales team, because remember that they're a part of our ecosystem. And so beyond the training and the mentorship for 3 months, they're going to have a relationship with the salespeople who will keep supporting them and keep ensuring that they have access to the products. And the feedback that we've gotten from the women in Abuja were very positive, and it's based on that feedback that we launched the Oshobo series, and we've now launched in Southeast. We launched in Nsukka, in Enugu State. The women from Obolafo and all the areas around there who are part of this. And we're still receiving video testimonials from the mentors who have been working with them for the past 3 months since we launched. And we're looking to go to Port Harcourt and one more location before this year runs out. So right now we've reached 150 women. Our target is 300 women. And we will be sure to achieve that within this year.
Is there a sort of template which you use to access the transformational impact of this initiative on these various beneficiaries, aside the fact that they send videos, and all that?
Yes. So the women were targeted based on their sales records. And these sales records are evolving. So based on their sales records, they were selected to be a part of the program. And as beneficiaries, they're still tracked within that sales record. So month on month, we're looking at their progress. Right. Remember, as I told you, that there were those at the bottom of the pyramid. And we see them coming up, selling out more products, ordering more products. So that's the growth, and that's how we're able to evaluate that the program has been successful, apart from the mentors who are with them, and apart from the video testimonials that they send us.
Okay, I understand that this impact is beyond the individuals, also about families and, of course, the communities.
Yes.
Can you describe the impact this initiative has had on the various communities?
So, knowing that these are women, they have children, they have families, and if their income is limited, then the support that they can give to their families is limited as well. Paying school fees, paying rent, getting medical attention when needed will be more challenging if you don't have enough resources. So what is happening now is that the resources are actually growing. Their household income is growing. And so they're able to get access to better education for their children, better health care for their families, and better nutrition, of course. Remember that, if you don't have enough funds, you're not able to make the right choices when it comes to nutrition. So these are the changes that we're seeing. I know that in the long term, we'll begin to see the impact on their communities and their environment, but we are happy to see the changes that are happening within their homes right now, within their ability to take care of their families or to support their husbands in taking care of their families. So that's our trust, is that in the next few months, we should be able to see that spreading into the environment as they empower more women, as they create more employment, as they grow. Of course, they'll be able to create room to absorb more people or train other women. The way we women are, we're training another, showing them how to start and how to be a part of the process as well.
Okay, why was your focus on women retailers? And do you have plans to also extend same gesture to the women, male retailers as well?
It's an interesting question. And every time I get this question about, why about the women? And what about the men? So, it's been about the men for long enough. And we want equity. We're not saying balance. We're saying equity. So if I'm shorter than you, I need a taller ladder. You see what I mean? So the men have had some opportunities that have been an advantage to them. What do we want to do? We want to create an equal playing ground so the women are able to scale up. Remember that traditionally, women don't have access to finances, to resources and funds and all of that. Sometimes they're also impacted by the years that they take off to care for their kids. It's normal. A man will not breastfeed his child. It has to be the woman. And so in that time that she's home, of course, her business feels an impact. So what are we doing? We're just trying to level the playing ground, and we're trying to build an equitable platform where everybody can excel from. And if eventually we've achieved that equity that we're looking for, then maybe the door is not closed to the male folk. Of course, remember that this is not the only intervention that we have. The sales force is always in the field, always supporting the resellers, always supporting the distributors, always supporting everybody who is within our value chain. So this is just an extra to help those who are at the bottom of the value chain to step up That's why it's focused on women for now.
Okay, well
Yes.
said. Okay, so tell us the mission and vision for Nestle Nigeria, and how does this CSR initiative, align with your company's goals?
So our purpose as Nestle is to unlock the power of food, to enhance quality of life for everyone today and for generations to come. And that speaks to everything that we do. Basically, from sourcing our raw materials locally to help build the environment, build the economy, to producing locally, providing employment, to distributing locally, providing employment, from working with the small and medium scale businesses within our environment, within our logistics processes, within the distribution processes. We're helping to build the economy, because that middle level, once you grow it, you're able to actually increase the opportunities for job creation and all of that within the environment. So we're doing all of that, and that's tied to that same purpose. As we unlock the power of food, we want to enhance quality of life for everyone. You can't enhance quality of life by only providing the food. You have to intervene in other areas, especially in the area of education. That's a critical element. So we're educating, we're sharing best practices, we're supporting, we're building, we're helping them to create world-class businesses. And how does this fit into that plan? We want to enhance the quality of life for their families. How best to do it than to help them improve and increase their household income? That's how it fits within that.
Okay, so tell us the unique selling point of your company.
Our unique selling point is that you can trust us. We're a force for good. Everything we do is about good. It's about providing good food for good life.
Good experience.
It's about doing good within the environment. It's about being good for the planet. So we ensure that we're doing what is good for individuals and families, what's good for communities, and what's good for the environment. So at Nestle, our key selling proposition is that we're a force for good.
Force for good.
We're a force
On
for
this
good.
note, we conclude our interview with you. Thank you so much, Ma, for having this time with us.
Thank
We
you.
hope to have future conversations that if your time will let us.
I'll look forward to that. Thank you very
so
much for
Ma.
having me.
The pleasure is all mine. So that's it on Marketing Edge on TV. Do well to join us same time next week for another interesting conversation. I'm Ugali Abikele Maferu.
TVC News Adedoja Salamadini emerged winner of Lagos Reporting category at the 30th Diamond Awards for Media Excellence. As the isolation centers filled up and many Nigerians living in denial, Adedoja dared the odds to bring the dreaded COVID-19 reality to our living rooms. This is the story that resulted in the laurel at the Diamond Awards for Media Excellence, Lagos Reporting category for Adedoja Salamadini. TVC News' Femi Akonde won the coveted prize of Reporter of the Year at the Nigerian Media Merit Award, which is the most prestigious media award in the country. His winning story is on the bravery of the Civilian Joint Task Force, a group of local militia in Maiduguri established to fight Boko Haram terrorists. TVC News senior correspondent Sharon Ijaso won Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Award. Her investigative piece reveals how underage children find themselves engaged as child sex workers, either willingly or unwillingly, with sex trade largely going digital. Poverty, greed, broken family structures, among others, have been identified as some of the drivers of the child sex trade in Nigeria. Congratulations to the news team who tell impactful stories. NMMA, DAME, and Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Awards. TVC, first with breaking news.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up